All right, this is lesson 6, independent practice. We need to find the area of each figure, round to the nearest tenth if necessary. Okay, so we have some composite figures here. And what that means is we have, we can make it into two shapes and figure out what the area is. I could go like this, and that will give me two shapes. It'll give me a trapezoid right here, and it will give me a rectangle right here. And I can figure that out. The rectangle is 4 by 8, and 4 times 8 is 32. Now the trapezoid is a little bit trickier to do, because it's the height, which, if this is 4, and this whole thing is 8, this must be 4. So it's 4 times my two bases. This is 8 plus 5.3, and then I divide everything by 2. So 5.3 plus 8 is 13.3 times 4 divided by 2. When I do that, 13.3 times 4 equals 53.2 divided by 2. Divided by 2 equals 26.6. So this right here is 26.6. It's really hard to see. 26.6 and 32. I add those together. It's going to be 26.6. Line my decimals up, 32. And it's actually 0.0. So my decimal comes here, 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. 3 plus 2 is 5. It's 58.6 inches squared. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 2. All right, I'm going to draw a line right here, because then I can do a triangle, find the area of that, and I can do a rectangle, find the area of that, and be all set to go. Let's do the rectangle first. It's a 10 by 7. 10 by 7 is 70 centimeters squared. That's the easier one. The triangle is just the base times the height, and I know this is going to be 5, because if this is 10 and this whole thing is 15, that's 5 and that's 7. So 7 times 5 divided by 2. 35 divided by 2. 35 divided by 2 is 17.5. So this right here is 17.5. And when I add these together, it's going to get me 87.5 centimeters squared. Okay. Number 3. The floor plan of a kitchen is shown at the right. The entire kitchen floor is to be tiled. How many square feet are needed? Okay, so I need square feet of this figure right here. All right, so I'm going to find this little, let's see, if I do this right here, this rectangle, then I have to get rid of this little trapezoid that's right there. Okay, so let's do 16 times 12. 16 times 12, 192. 16 times 12 equals 192. So that's what this rectangle is. But now I have this little space that I got to get rid of. It's a trapezoid. And how will I figure that out? Well, I need to know the base. And the base, the two bases. So it's going to be height times my two bases divided by 2. So the height of this little area here is if from here, this is real tricky to see. Let me blow it up a little bit more. From here to here is 11. It says that's 11. And here to here is 12. So here is just, the height is 1. So let me come over here, and I'm going to do this in black. So the height is 1. Now my base, I know this little part is 6. This little part is 6. This whole thing here is 16. 6 plus 6 is 12. And if I take 12 away from the 16, it leaves me with a nice 4. From here to here, that's 4. That's one base. And then this other one right here, it tells me is 2 feet plus 2. And then I divide the whole thing by 2. So 4 plus 4 plus 2, this is 6. And 6 times 1 is 6. And then divide that by 2 is 3. So I have 3 square feet that I don't need. If the big rectangle is 192, I take away this 3, I'm at 189 feet squared. Okay? Number 4 is where we have a little overlap, and so we need to find the different rooms and find that little storage and get rid of it one time. So let's do this one first. It's a 40 by 36. 40 by 36 equals 1440. Now we're going to do the area of this right here, which is another 36 by 40. So it's 1440. Now we just got to find this little thing right here. And if this from here to here is 30, and from here to here is 36, so this little bit is 6. And then if this is 40 and this is 34, this right here is 6 more. So it's 6 by 6. So this little thing right here, this little square, is 36. I need to add up these two things, which is 2,880. But I only need that little storage one time, so I'm going to get rid of one of it. 36. Subtract it. That's a 7. There's a 10. So there's 4, 4, 8, 2. 2,844 feet squared. Okay. Let's look at 5. The diagram shows one side of a storage barn, and the side needs to be painted. Find the total area to be painted. This side needs to be painted. Okay. We have a composite figure. We have this right here. And then we also have this right here. A triangle and a rectangle. So let's figure out the area of the triangle first. Or no, let's do the rectangle first. We'll do the rectangle first. Because it is 22.8 times 14.5. 14.5. And when I do that, 22.8 times 14.5 equals 330.6. So that's right here, 330.6. And then we better paint this little part of it too, the triangle, which is the base times the height divided by 2. The base, I know, is 22.8, and then the height I have to figure out. So this is 14.5, this whole thing is 26.5. I'm going to take 26.5, the whole thing, take away this part here, minus 14.5, and it's going to leave me with 12, which is what this is. So 22, the base, 22.8 times 12 divided by 2. Let's see what we get. 22.8 times 12 equals 273.6, and divide that by 2. Divide that by 2 equals 136.8. So that's the roof. Here, let's delete this like this, and we can put in the roof is 136.8. When I add those two together, 330.6, 136.8. Gotta line up my decimals. Okay, 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 plus 3 is 6. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So it's 467.4 feet squared. That's how much area I'll be painting. Now each gallon of paint costs $20 and covers 350 square feet. Find the total cost of paint for this one side. So I have 467 square feet. 350 will cover a lot of it, but not quite all of it. So I'm going to need 2 gallons. And if each gallon costs 20, 2 times 20, it's going to cost me $40 of paint to take care of this whole side. And I'll have some paint left over. Okay? Last one on the independent practice. Okay. Let's see what we got here. We've replay it online. We need to find the total area we searched. Okay. Let's read what A says. The first clue was hidden in a triangular section of the park with an area of 600 square feet. The second clue was hidden in a rectangular section with a height of 30 feet and a width of 24 feet. What was the area of the rectangular section? Okay. So let's see. I'm going to kind of draw this to give me an idea. The first clue of the hidden was in a triangular section. So I'm going to make a triangular section with an area of 600 square feet. Okay, the other one is in a rectangular, so I'll do a little rectangle, section that has a height of 30 and a width of 24. What was the area? So 30 times 24, that gets me an area of 720. So if I know this is 600, this is 720, it's going to be, I add those two together, well, I don't need to yet. It just asks for the rectangular section. So the rectangular section is 720. Let's see, feet squared. And then it says what's the total search area. So it's the 600 plus the 720, which is going to be 1320 feet squared. Okay? Have any questions, let me know.